What's going on, everyone? It's Monday night. It's 9:30. That means it's Bridgeside Sports Live time. I'm Phil Cagliosci, your host. To my left, as always, is Win Allen Colombano. What's going on, Winnie?
What's going on, Phil?
And then we got to my other left, we got the analyst / Julio Jones.
What's up,
Chris
people?
The analyst Ventura. And as always, behind the screen, behind the set, doing all the good work, the hard work, we got Donnie Boss producing.
Good evening, everybody.
So here we go. Is that Mad Dog or is that Donnie Boss?
That was Mad Dog saying good evening instead of good afternoon.
It was good evening, good afternoon, good morning. All right, guys. Well, we're going to just jump right into it. As always, we got a great sports day yesterday. We're going to go right into Sports in 10. Sports in 10, we got to go to the clock. We're going to hear the clock. It's always just a little bit. Oh, that was better. Okay, we go. 10 minutes ago. So the Giants pulled out a victory and they beat the Chiefs, surprising almost everyone. I think Andy Reid was 16-3 now coming out of the bar.
Jeez.
So, Win, as a Giants fan, are you happy or
Absolutely
upset they lost? They won.
Absolutely not.
So wait, you're upset?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're 2-8. What good is one win to them? It gives them a moral victory. McAdoo's going to be gone. Right? I mean, I understand you're an athlete, you're playing, you got to play hard. I get that, but I don't think any Giant fan in their right mind was rooting for them to win yesterday.
I agree with you.
What good comes of it?
The only thing is the good comes of if they keep winning, McAdoo can keep his job. That's the
I don't
only
want
guy.
that.
That's not going to happen either way.
I don't want that. Get out of here. See you later.
Yeah, that's not going to happen
All
either
right,
way.
so let's get on to teams that actually win games and that want to win games. Chris, the Pats. We think the Pats are the favorite. They've been blowing guys out.
Yeah.
And their defense, like we said,
It's
has
gotten
gone
a lot better,
Has
yeah.
gotten better.
Yeah.
What's the team in the AFC that can challenge the Pats?
First thing that comes to mind, Steelers, I
I'm
guess.
thinking that, yeah.
They're always a playoff team with Roethlisberger. They got Antonio and they got Le'Veon Bell.
But
He's
they
a
lose to them
consistent player.
every year.
I know, and that's the thing. I feel like on the road, though, they're not the same team. They have dud games.
They
stink.
They're bad on the road.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't trust them completely. I think maybe the Jags are, they could be a really competitive team. I want to see a new team. The Jags are really good. The defense is unbelievable.
Looks great, man.
You think
the defense is unbelievable.
They're not going to be the Patriots.
You think Blake Bortles is going to go into Foxborough and beat Tom Brady?
I'm not saying anybody's beating the Patriots. I'm just saying
that's probably the best point anyone can make.
I'm just saying teams that are good besides
Blake
the Patriots.
Bortles is not going into Foxborough to beat Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
I doubt it. Yes.
I would say the Steelers. I would say the Chiefs, but they just lost to the Giants. Man, that's a bad loss.
Yeah, I don't know. Alex Smith looked really, really bad.
Like Jacksonville's defense is good, 100%, great defense.
Great.
But like I said,
Shout out to Boo, Mike Boo.
Week 3, I said until the Patriots, they'll figure out their defense. Don't worry about it; they'll be fine.
Belichick put that together. All right, well, I'm going to ask you the same question, but we're going to the NFC. So it looks like the Eagles are the top team in the NFC.
Yeah, Eagles played great last night.
What team do you think can challenge the Eagles?
Normally I'm not a huge fan of this team, but the Saints.
Yeah.
The Saints look great. I know our producer, Breezy like Sunday morning, Paul Yatzis, is very happy.
How about that comeback too, huh?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And you know what? Their defense is good again. Not again, but their defense is the best defense they've had since probably they won the Super Bowl.
They're good against the pass.
They're good against
better than they won the Super Bowl.
But it's a passing league. Right?
Right.
You're good against the pass, and they run the ball, they control, and if you get down, you have somebody like Breeze. You know what? All right, we're not losing this game. Boom, 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 boom,
I think that's the key, that the running game. Breeze never had this good of running game, I don't think. And I agree with you, the Saints. I think the Saints are the team that can.
You know who they remind me of a little bit? Like the Falcons from last year. Like they were, a defense that made plays in the passing game.
Two running backs that you could both use in fantasy at any time, both of them. And I guess Breeze doesn't have to do too much. I like that comparison. But going off of the NFL, we're going to move to baseball now. So baseball, last week they just started the free agent, or a week and a half ago they just started the free agent period where everyone can sign. So Chris, who's the top fish out there? Who's the biggest free agent we got?
It's hard to say between pitchers and hitters. Because I don't know who's going to be the most valuable, but I know that I like Hosmer. Honestly, Eric Hosmer is consistent.
Top free agent, really?
Yeah, because I'm going to say he's 28 years old, first of all, so he's still in his prime. He always plays. He rarely gets hurt. The guy's consistent. He's not the greatest fantasy player. Don't think fantasy-wise. Think MLB-wise. MLB-wise, the guy's great defensively. Yeah. Gold Glove, first baseman, and he's going to be a constant in your lineup. I would say talent-wise, it might have to be Darvish, but Darvish gets hurt all the time, and you can't count on him all the time. It's just, I think Hosmer's more valuable for that reason, because of consistency.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I agree. I think Hosmer is a big first baseman. I think I think the Mets are going to make a run on him.
Okay, well, you mentioned a team that gives me a good segue. What team do you think is going to make the biggest splash in free agency?
I guess the Mets signing Hosmer, and I think that's going to happen.
And they were also in on the Kane chase as well.
Correct. And if I'm the Mets, I think I would go Hosmer. I know they have the first baseman.
Dominic Smith.
Dominic Smith, thank you. I know they have him, but Hosmer, I'm not a huge fan of his, but he does put up pretty good numbers. He's played in the playoffs. He's good defensively. And the Mets have been it's been such a black hole first base for a long
But they have
time.
Dominic Smith, though, yeah.
I understand that. Kane, I don't think is going to be a good signing for the Mets. He doesn't have much power.
But he's a good outfielder.
He's a good outfielder, fine, but the money he's asking for, I don't think it's worth it.
They need the bat in that position, though.
Yeah.
I hear you, but I'm not the biggest Lorenzo Kane fan. He doesn't have the most power. He's got good speed. He'll hit a lot of triples. Big deal.
So Mets, you got Mets going after them. Chris, I'm going to ask you, what do you think the Yankees do this offseason?
I think the Yankees' biggest signing is going to, as far as guaranteed signing, I think is going to be Ohtani. Yeah.
If he comes.
If he comes. And you could get him for 1 year, $5 million. So
3.5,
which is beautiful. But I heard also they might be going after Alex Cobb. So imagine they get both. I mean, that would be a stack and a half, huh?
For the Yankees, it's going to be a quiet off season. Wait till the next off season. It's going to be massive for the Yankees.
100%.
But we're going to jump off. We're going to go right along to NBA. We're going to go from baseball to NBA. Chris, I feel like we've talked about this team every week. No. You're going to get the question about the Pistons. The Celtics started 0-2.
Yeah.
Hayward got hurt. They're now 15-2, and they just beat the Warriors.
Won 15 straight.
And they just beat the Warriors. How impressive is this team?
It's ridiculous. I don't know how they. I mean, because besides Irving. Irving plays bad D.
His handle's unbelievable.
I know his handle's unbelievable. There's other good guys there, but how could they be the best team right now? I couldn't believe that they beat Golden State.
That was unbelievable.
That was unbelievable. So,
and the Warriors are winning.
Maybe because
which showed a lot.
They're changing the game a little bit. They're a very slow-paced team as opposed to a fast-paced team, which is what Golden State is. And maybe that's working for them.
That.
What?
The whole NBA's become up and down.
If the Cavs don't get it together, watch out. The Celtics will come out of the East.
Right.
But win. So a lot of young players been going on. Who's your most impressive rookie this year?
It's got to be Ben Simmons, no?
I think so.
Right?
Wait. He was a rookie last year.
He was hurt.
But he was hurt all year.
He's a rookie this year.
So it didn't count.
Definitely a rookie.
Yeah. Okay.
He counts.
Ball's
playing good.
He's been great. I was going to say Ball's got a lot of the headline just because of all the hoopla around him. But I think Philadelphia is going to be the team to beat in the East.
Eventually.
Not right now.
Yeah.
Because obviously the Celtics just they ran 15 in a row off and they're playing excellent. But Kerr mentioned that the Celtics can be a team to deal with. I think the Sixers are going to be the better team in the long run.
They got Simmons and Embiid, so.
Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid's been playing great if he could stay healthy.
Yeah.
Chris, you talked about your Pistons. You called the Pistons a couple weeks ago, said they were big surprise. How have they kept it up? That they're still 11-5.
Well, I think
we thought they'd fade away. Go on, goodbye.
I think the biggest thing is Andre Drummond. I think he's really turned it around from last season. The year before he was great. Not last year, the year before.
He's maturing.
He's maturing. He was horrible at the free throw line. He's much, much better at the free throw line this year.
I know.
And he's leading the league in rebounds per game. He's got 15.8 rebounds a game. That's ridiculous. And not only that, the Pistons overall are one of the best, facilitating teams in the league. I think they're third in assists.
Yeah. Have you noticed how, I don't mean to call you up, this day and age, rebounds 15, 14. League leaders used to be 12, 11, 12.
There's more shots. It's up and
crazy.
down.
Yeah,
No, it's
more
crazy.
shots.
Ben Wallace used to lead the league with 11 or 12. Matamba. Now it's 15, 16. It's insane.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
That's all right. Up and down, more shots. I agree. I just want to get to our last topic, NCAA football. Win. As a Giant fan, were you excited about UCLA versus USC on Saturday? Josh Rosen versus Sam Darnold. Top quarterbacks.
Who do we want?
Top quarterbacks.
Well,
Rosen
you're the
great.
Giant fan.
Rosen
Who do you
looked
like?
Great.
No.
I'll take it. Rosen looked great. I thought he made some big time throws. He looked he was right on target all the time.
He has
Darnold
the arm strength. It's accurate.
He looked like he had everything except they didn't win.
USC quarterbacks never translate.
I know, but he looked.
Palmer's had an okay career.
Yeah.
No,
Palmer, but he's the best.
I agree.
Ever.
I agree about that with the USC.
Yes,
because they never really come.
Especially in the northern
The
climate.
best one's been Palmer, and Palmer's good. But he was number 1 pick. Liner was bad.
But he's
Sanchez
a
was
legit
bad.
NFL
Castle.
quarterback for like
I know.
15
Barkley.
years.
I know.
Palmer.
Barkley. I got watching that
Liner.
game. I liked the USC.
Ugh.
I liked Rosen. I thought Rosen really looked good.
But I don't trust like USC guys going into a northern climate. They're in that California pretty boy climate.
Well,
I don't think that's going to work out
they
for
gotta
him,
get
for a
used
New
to
York
it.
Giants team.
They got to get used to it. But I think he had the
They
offense
gotta
to throw
get
through the
used to it.
wins. All right. Well, last question. We'll talk about the NCAA football playoff. It's 4 games.
Right.
I'm sorry. It's 4 teams. I really like the new playoff, but I always hear talk about they should make it bigger. What do you think?
6. Well, no, you can't make it 6, I guess, right?
You could have
Unless you give a
bye,
bye.
but then
I like 8.
4.
You like 8?
I like 8.
I think that shortens the season too much. I like the 4 games.
4's fine. It used to be 2. Everybody complained about
I
that.
guess.
Now it's 4, and everybody wants 8.
Yeah.
Leave
But
it
I think
at
more
4.
people want a chance, you know?
I like it. Win ended off. Leave it at 4. Leave it at
Done.
4. Leave sports in 10. We're moving on. Moving
on.
on to Are You Kidding Me? A little bit of a twist today.
Uh-oh.
A little bit of a twist. We got Are You Kidding Me?
From who?
Did that just happen?
What happened?
Did that just happen?
just happen?
That's what we're going to be talking about. So, guys, did that just happen? Well, the first one I'm going to bring back, it's going to be a question sports in 10. I just transitioned it. Got 3 minutes on the clock. Did anyone see Baker Mayfield in
yeah.
Oklahoma, Kansas? So, did that just happen? He walks out onto the field
Yeah.
as a captain, goes to shake the hands of the Kansas players, and no one shakes his hand.
Declined.
No one shakes his hand. He gets
declined.
pumped up. They blow him out, and he's just grabbing his crotch on the sidelines.
The
whole
crotch is a
game.
little much,
The
but
whole
Saying
game.
Kansas stick to basketball.
Screaming at the fans, you only won 1 game, but he blew them out.
Yeah.
You like it? You love it? Did that just happen? What do you guys think?
I mean, I like the fact that he came out and basically, took care of business, right? But after the game, there's no reason to act like that. He's immature. He's
He went
a
a
young
little
college
overboard.
kid. But to bench him, I thought was...
They benched him. Did that just happen too? Did they bench him? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's extreme.
I'm
His
sorry.
last
What about-
game?
What about the Kansas guys? No, he's going to play. They say he won't start, but he's going to play.
Oh, okay.
What about
Okay,
the
well, he's
Kansas
still
guys
being benched.
not shaking his hand?
Yeah.
Are they serious with that?
What's that
They're
about?
Not shaking his hand?
Childish.
Well, Baker
Juvenile.
Mayfield's
Juvenile.
been known to do some shady stuff in the past, or
I didn't know that.
juvenile
I
stuff
didn't have
in the
that
past.
history on Baker.
Yeah, he's
Mayfield.
very
Yeah, he's. I think he got fined once for a bunch of different things.
Well, that's the knock on him.
Yeah.
Is that he's very talented, but his head isn't there. His head isn't there.
We're going to move on to some more. Did that just happen? We had a few of them this week.
Okay.
Actually, one happened. I'm sorry. Did anybody watch the pregame, the Monday Night Football game?
Like an hour ago?
Yeah, they were,
Yeah,
they were
No, I missed it. I just got here from the train.
They were in Seattle, and Steve Young bit the head off of a raw fish.
You're in Seattle. It's a big fish town, I guess.
So you bite the head off of raw
Was
fish?
the Ozzy Osbourne?
You never had sushi? I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Is it fish head
Nah,
sushi?
it was absolutely disgusting.
That's-
It's like
yeah,
the fish
I
just
would
ripped it
never-
off, but he did spit it out rather
Ozzy
quickly.
Osbourne. I'm sorry.
Wasn't that a
the-
bat?
Yeah, but that's and that makes that's sick. I mean, you're a metal guy and you bite the the head
Like,
off
you
of
like
a
that?
bat.
That's cool?
That's cool when you're at a concert and it's a metal band and that's what they do. They go crazy, whatever.
ain't
But
cool.
biting a fish,
Come on,
doesn't
man.
make sense. What do you mean it ain't cool? You're not a metalhead like me.
I don't.
That's the
I
problem.
don't even
I
know
don't
what that
Steve
means.
Young's
but
not
no.
a metalhead. He went to BYU, and he's a lawyer. He's a
That's what
Mormon.
I mean. Why'd he do that?
A metalhead. I want to go another one of Chris's boys. Did this just happen? So tonight, LeVar Bell is going to
course.
be on CNN.
LeVar Bell. He's not my boy.
LeVar Ball.
LeVar Ball. I'm
yeah.
sorry, LeVar Ball.
He's not my boy,
Is
LeVar
going to
Ball.
be on CNN. Did that just happen? That LeVar Ball is on CNN to talk about beef? Why does he have
Wait,
to
like,
talk
he's
about?
gonna be on
his
CNN?
son, because his son
Because
just got
he came
arrested
out and
in
criticized
China.
Trump,
yeah,
or whatever the case
because
may
his
be.
son got arrested. So the sports world's not going to be on CNN with LeVar Ball.
He's
Sure.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
He should be an
Like
irrelevant
weekly
person.
or
No, he's going to be on tonight.
Oh,
He's a
just tonight,
Kardashian.
all right.
That's what he
He's
is.
a Kardashian. That's
He's
I
a
like that.
He's a
He's what?
Kardashian
He's what?
of the
I'm sorry,
sports
Donnie?
world.
I got to give him a little respect
like the Kardashians.
for having 3 ridiculously good basketball players as sons.
And
All
we-
3 of them are
And we
ridiculous.
end with respect for LeVar Ball. Okay,
I don't
guys.
like where the
Yeah,
show's
I gave a
going.
little respect to LeVar Ball. You got to give a little
Oh,
respect to LeVar Ball.
We're just talking LeVar Ball, baby.
He does talk, he knows how to get the
All
crowd
right, and
riled.
that's the Are You Kidding Me for this week. Did that just happen? And
just happened.
so now I believe we're going right into Bridgeside Challenge. I'm going to have to kick that to our man Donnie Boss behind the set.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. You guys are each going to grab your favorite bobblehead on the table.
I don't like any of them.
Well, you're going to have to
all
take
right.
one.
I'll
It's
take-
fine.
I'll take Kid. Can I
I'll
have
take-
Jason
I'll
Kidd?
take- In the honor of Mike Boo, I don't know where he is right now, but I'll play with his Nick Letty bobblehead.
Okay, we got 5 questions for you. Very
roads,
simple.
I
It's going to
guess.
be based on some topical things that are going on in sports right now. And then I made a trivia question about each one of the 5. I'm going to read the question. You're going to raise the bobblehead up in Jeopardy style, and that's how I'm going to gauge who can answer the question.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so...
Is that the question right there?
Yeah, right.
Yes, it is. Well, the Eagles are the best team in the NFL right now with a clear home path to the championship. When was the last time that the Eagles won the championship?
Wait, which championship?
Wait, no.
The NFC championship?
That's got to go to
The championship, the
Or
NFL
the Super Bowl.
championship.
That's got to go to win.
They never
Win
won
put
a
it up.
Super Bowl.
Okay.
I'm going to say 1953.
That's incorrect.
I want to say they never won the Super Bowl. I want to say 1960.
You got it. The answer
Got
is
it.
1960.
Chuck Bandaric, right? Chuck Bandaric.
All right.
Well played, though. Well played. That was a pure shot.
The AFL.
That was the
Championship.
AFL. That was the NFL championship.
Okay.
They were in the AFL.
So Ohtani is blowing up the sports pages right now with the move, his choice. Is he going to come over? Is he not because of the
you guys
signing
can see
post?
it. I can't see it.
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm
It does because they get an
All right.
advantage.
What was the
course it
last
does.
year that a Japanese player was signed to Major League Baseball team?
Oh, I put my hand.
I'll give it to Chris. He put his hand up.
No, it's Chris.
Kai Igawa to the Yankees.
No. It was what's the last year? I don't
Oh.
even need the player name.
I don't remember the
I
year.
thought I was going to say like last year.
Last year? Who?
No, I don't.
What? Can I go? This is too long.
That's too
Go
long.
ahead, let him go.
Oh, I'm going to go 2014, the Yankees.
Incorrect.
I'll go 2012. The Rangers signing Darvish.
Incorrect. The answer was 2015.
Oh,
who?
What did I say? 14? No,
It
you said
was
14.
There was
Irrelevant
a catcher on
player.
the Mariners.
A catcher on the Mariners, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
okay, well, there we go. Let's move on to the next question because we don't even know his name.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ball, he got a second triple-double last night. You know, he's kind of flipping the script. People thought down year, he's not much of a scorer. So he's on a good pace once again as far as triple-doubles go for a rookie. Who has the most triple-doubles in NBA history for a rookie?
Phil got it first.
It's got to be Oscar Robertson, right?
That is correct.
Somebody's
Anytime you
looking
hit-
up
Anytime
shit.
you hit triple, no, anytime you hit
Before
triple
the
double,
game.
anytime you hit triple
I
double,
will
you got
not cover
Oscar
this.
Robinson.
Yeah, you got
I
to
don't
cover
trust
it.
you
You got to
anymore.
cover it.
I said the answer before
No,
it
he
came
did.
out.
He did, he
Fine,
did, he
of
did,
course.
he
There's
did.
no need to yell.
Okay.
Phil.
He did.
We're all
All right.
friends.
The Giants are on a clear path for a top 5 pick in next year's NFL draft. When was the last year that they had a top 5 pick in the NFL draft?
All right. Chris was reading it off that screen. You're blocking that screen.
Everybody's
Let Chris go. Let's Chris go. Let's Chris.
Let's Chris.
2000. The Eli got drafted. 2002.
You don't even know the year.
First of all,
Eli
he was
got
drafted in
Win.
2004.
Win, go ahead.
And that's not even the answer. It's 2014. Beckham. I think they were the 10th
No,
pick.
he said top 5.
Top 5.
Oh,
dude.
top 5.
said
See, I
less
can't
than
see the
it's Eli.
question.
Because you're not
So, all right,
supposed to.
give
You're
a
supposed
year.
to listen
Hurry
to me
up.
Yeah,
answer.
it's Eli, 2004.
That is correct.
That's what I said.
No, you said 2002.
Whatever.
Sorry.
Can't
Who
you
cares
remember
about the year?
Can you remember? He does. The question was the
Well,
year.
going into the last question, I still have Phil as the leader once again.
I have
So we're
one.
gonna
He's
go to
got
the
two.
last question.
Everyone close your eyes so you don't see the question, or I'm going to look at the question, too.
Okay. This year, the Las Vegas Golden Knights made history by being the first pro franchise in Vegas. Before them, name one of the last 2 teams in the year 2000 that was the franchise expansion. Go
I
ahead.
don't even know what the question
I'm going to go with the Minnesota Wild and the Columbus Blue Jackets.
You actually got both of them.
So I am the
Very
winner.
good.
That's 3.
That doesn't count as
What
two.
do you mean? That's 3. I beat Phil. I
That's
win.
2.
we
He's
wound
got
up with a
2,
tie.
I got
I mean,
We
that's
have a
one.
2-2 tie.
But I actually got more answers right than
Chris
he did,
coming
right?
up the rear.
With 0.
No.
I'm going to kick it back to you, Phil.
You said, first of all, you said 2014 for the Beckham. You thought Beckham was a top 5 pick.
No, I didn't.
He thought it
hear
was
the
top 10.
question.
Exactly.
I
Okay.
can't ask questions anymore because you just try. Everybody backstabs each other. It's really I can't trust any of you.
I like
That's
to
really
win.
how it
I
is.
like to win, Donnie. I'm a
Clearly,
winner.
I did nothing. Just because I knew Oscar Robinson, you thought I was cheating. Just 'cause
Yeah, you were looking at the
it was
question.
a question about triple doubles. Of course, it's going to be Oscar Robinson.
All right, I'm going to kick it back to Phil.
All right, Bridgeside trivia.
Our pets' heads are falling
All
off.
the Buffalo's heads are
There's
going.
too many Jets
The head's
bobbleheads,
gone.
yeah.
There's Jets. Well,
Jets
he
helmets.
just lost his
Son
head.
of a bitch.
He just lost his
Washington.
head. The Islanders
Racist
down.
son of a bitch.
And Jason Kidd stays on top, boys. All right. We're going to a very interesting question
Yeah.
of the week, I feel like. I feel like this question of the week has a lot of nostalgia to it. really brought me back to days playing video games with Winnie Columbano right next to me. Chiefs versus Colts.
Those are classics.
Going to South Street Seaport, putting holes through the wall because of training camp gold medals. Yep. Let me get to what the actual question is. The question of the week, guys, was what is the best sports video game of all time?
Now,
so the game I'm bringing up, obviously, for people who didn't pick it up on yet, was Madden 2004. And there's a lot of them. We'll talk about a lot of them. I want to hear what everyone else thinks about it as well. But I got to say, to me, man, there are great ones. We'll talk. Madden 2004 is the best one.
Okay. So you're talking about one game?
Your favorite game of all time.
Why are you overanalyzing the question?
Little caveat.
No caveat. What's your favorite
favorite series?
No caveat.
Game series, sports series?
No caveat.
Is FIFA.
No caveat.
FIFA's the best sports series.
Stop with your caveats. Favorite game.
Favorite individual game?
Yes.
Madden 2004 is definitely up there. It's top 3.
Madden 2004.
It might be number 1.
Michael Vick on the cover. It was my favorite.
Fantastic. Come on.
It was my favorite game.
It was cheap to use Vic, though.
No, I didn't use Vic, but it was my favorite game. You know why? Do you know what they brought in that year? The playmaker, the right analog stick while rolling out. You could point the receiver where to go.
And the next year
it was a
hit
real
stick.
Game changer.
And the next year was a hit stick.
Huge
game changer. Donald Trump.
The next year was a hit stick too.
The hit stick was because it was too offensive. They put Ray Lewis on the cover.
Here's why.
2003, 2004, 2005, 2006 were all great.
And I'll tell you why. We're going to move on to other games, but I'll tell you why. Those were the golden years of Madden, I think. They just passed being too much of a video game, and they didn't go to the point where I think they're not enough of it. They're not enough of a video game. Now I think it's way too much going on. I was like Madden now. It's like I think there was a nice sweet spot where it was perfect. You had the little bit playmaker, but it was still a video game.
The game was smooth.
You still had some of the plays that always worked. Safety bait.
Yes, there was still a lot of good plays.
There was good plays and everything like that.
All right, so let's get off Madden. We know Madden is fantastic. So Madden, and I think 04 is the best one. I agree with you.
Madden 04 was my one. I think I posted, 2
NHL 94.
NHL 94. Unbelievable. I remember playing that game for Sega Genesis.
With your dad.
With my father. I was 6 years old, and I was lighting them up like it was my job. Wraparounds around the net. I keep shots on goal with them, and I just laugh till this day. Fantastic. A lot of great memories.
What about you?
I never played NHL.
What about another game?
I don't play NHL.
Another game, though.
I'm going to say FIFA 2013. 2012,
all right.
That era.
I'm going to wait for Don. Donnie's
ever.
going to give a throwback, but I'm going to give a throwback. And I didn't play when it originally came out because I wasn't old enough, but I played it as a time on. Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Yeah, I have it.
I love that game.
I still have
it. For the emulator, for the computer, because I didn't play for the Nintendo. But there's one knock on Tyson Punch-Out. You couldn't beat Tyson. Did you ever fight Tyson?
I never got that far.
No, never.
I lost to Macho Man, Super Macho Man.
You lost to Macho Man. I finally beat Macho Man.
I couldn't
Were
beat
you spinning around real fast?
Yeah, I couldn't beat him.
You got to Tyson.
He looked like Randy Savage.
Yes.
He really did look like Randy Savage.
You would literally I got to Tyson. He would literally punch you once and you'd be knocked out. And you'd have to punch him like 20 times just to knock him out.
Yeah, Tyson's pretty much impossible.
He would punch you once.
You know who beat that?
Out.
Danny Milano beat that game. A lot. He beat Tyson.
We need Danny Milano.
Cooking in Brooklyn. Danny
Milano.
We need him on the show. Guest for beating Punch-Outs. I never heard of someone beating Mike Tyson.
He's really good at it.
I didn't know he could be beat.
Combos.
That's his favorite game ever, I think.
Little Mac.
Donnie, what do we got from our viewers?
And I know you got one too.
I'm going to start with my own, which
sorry,
is
I forgot about you.
NBA Jam Tournament Edition.
NBA Jam was dope.
Two players. You got to pick a team, go against everybody. You got to beat every other team in basketball. I would always use the Utah Jazz, Stockton and Malone.
Can I just say,
greatest combo.
The tournament edition, you could actually change players at half.
Yeah.
Oh, correct.
The original NBA Jam, you could not. You had to keep them the whole game.
No,
that was a nice feature. Tournament edition was awesome.
So now we're going to go
Sonics, Kent Payton. Can I just say one thing about NBA Jam? It better. It was better as an arcade game than an actual video game.
It was a great game.
Yeah, it was a great arcade game.
Okay, sorry.
And Genesis.
Okay, we got some comments from the crowd, comments from the fans.
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk was a great game.
That was boo.
But I'm going to let Donnie take it from here.
Okay, so we got Boo Bridgeside. Too good for the show tonight. He's got wraparounds all day from NHL 94. He also suggested Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
That was a great game.
That was a very good
very
game,
popular
actually.
game.
And then
not a Winnie Columbano game.
And then we got Stephen James with Tecmo Super Bowl NES, best of all time.
Best of all time.
That is a good game,
also
but
threw
before
an-
our time.
Yeah.
NHL 94 Super NES, Triple Play 96, and Gold Edition Genesis.
We're forgetting one
Triple
big
A.
game.
What?
MVP
Griffey.
baseball?
Griffey Slugfest. I brought that up in the pre-production.
One of the
meeting.
best games ever.
Win and I had a pre-production meeting, just him and myself, and we talked about Griffey Slugfest.
Nintendo 64, Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest.
Slugfest was a great game.
Awesome.
Great class.
MVP Baseball took over Triple Play, which was very good. Remember, they got rid of the whole baseball franchise for a little bit. Then they went to like NCAA baseball. That lasted about 1 year, and then it was done.
Now you got MLB The Show, which is great.
Which the show is fantastic.
Really good.
It's by far and away probably the best
baseball game.
Yeah. That it was ever made.
Yeah, it's amazing. But nothing beats the Madden series from probably 03
to 06.
I think 06 was who's the cover of 06? McNabb. QB Vision.
McNabb. That was terrible.
05 was
Ray
Lewis.
Oh, so then 03 was Culpepper?
Fork.
02 was Culpepper.
That was a good one too.
01 was Eddie George.
01 was George. 07 was, I think, Favre?
No, Vince Young.
Vince Young. That's
08.
Oh, wait, no.
07, no, you're right. 07, I think, is Vince Young, because in 08, that's when he went to shit.
Sean Alexander was 07. Vince Young was 08. Favre was 09.
That's when it started going to crap, though.
Can we give a little love to some wrestling video games? I love me some
WrestleMania 2000.
WrestleMania 2000,
and then No
Nintendo
Mercy.
64.
Two of the greatest.
What about WCW vs. NWO?
Yeah, pretty good.
That was pretty good, yeah.
WrestleMania
not one of the
2000
best
is a
ever.
fantastic
SmackDown
game.
was
I
great
love
on
that game.
SmackDown on PS.
It was PlayStation. When you go backstage.
Original PlayStation.
Yeah. I did like
PlayStation.
Yeah. I liked WrestleMania more though. WrestleMania 2000.
WrestleMania 2000.
So we got a couple of from the Grand.
Sorry, we got some more.
If Danny Milano himself chimed in.
Punch-Out.
Hands down, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I'm the man at that
It says,
game.
I am the man in that. And you know what, Danny? You are, and we got to have an interview that you beat Mike Tyson.
We should have a show where him just playing Punch-Out.
And then Jessica Jones chimed in with Backyard Baseball.
You know, Backyard Baseball, that's the second person I've seen
I'm not sure.
talk about that.
Yeah,
I've never played
that.
that.
Neither have I.
What about Blitz?
That's another
What about
game.
Blitz?
Okay.
Blitz is fun.
I'd rather
It's a fun
play
game.
Blitz on the arcade than for PlayStation.
Nah, no way.
No,
Blitz, I had awesome games. I used to kill
Yeah.
Pauliatis in Blitz.
Pauliatis.
Kyle used
Shout
to
out.
You had to hit the guy off the line. That's it. There's no pass interference. Just tackle him
Yeah.
before he ran his route.
Was that it?
Yeah, Blitz. There's no pass interference. You
No,
just tackle
remember
him
the guy
before
used to go shiny?
Yes, exactly.
You have to
Yeah.
hit him across.
You hit him before.
You knew he was shining, so just tackle
That
him
was
before he threw the ball.
what made it different from everything
And then
else.
there was like NBA Street, NFL Street.
The
Those
street
weren't
games were
terrible.
all right.
They
They
were
were all
okay.
right.
NHL Street, of course.
And it's just
I remember Donnie.
NHL hits.
You had NCAA March Madness. I watched you play a couple of times.
You know, but they
That was a
stopped
good game.
making those games because they lost the license a
Yeah.
while ago.
Really?
And it was a fun game because, like, we went to
Play the whole
Albany.
tournament?
You could
That's sick.
use Albany and build the franchise.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be able to play in your conference,
the school.
make the tournament. It was
It's
really
pretty cool.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's not
So
bad at
you
all.
would sit in your dorm and just watch Donnie play.
I watched
No,
Donnie a little
we
bit.
all did a fair amount of
Yeah.
playing different games. But
I played a lot of NCAA college football when I was in
I played when I was a
played
kid.
one.
I played 1 year,
2007.
and I was the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, and I went to the national.
All right.
championship.
Well,
Congratulations.
if there's one thing we know, and it really shows that the video games really aren't the same as they used to be. They were
I don't
really
know.
great back
The
then.
show's great.
I don't
They're
know.
too in depth now.
I think that was what I was trying to say with
They're too
Madden.
in-depth.
I think they're a little too in depth. But
It's too much.
I think that's
It's
a great
money-making
question, guys.
scheme.
I think it's a great question, guys. Want to set up for next week? We already got a question on board for next week. We're gonna keep it in the kind of like the entertainment
culture,
genre,
sports.
pop culture. We want to know from you guys, what is the best sports movie of all time? Comedy, drama, action, whatever
Rocky,
you want.
Sandlot.
Rocky, Sandlot. We already got some ideas. Please go to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, gobridgeside.com. Let us hear all your comments and let us know what you guys think.
Simple.
And we'll have our choices next week. That's gonna wrap it for this week, guys. I think we had another great show. I want you guys to remember to tune in tomorrow. We got Bridgeside Live at 9 p.m. as always. Another great performance. Great performance come from 613 is going to be on the show. They got a great following, and we want you to be part of that following. So let's go Bridgeside Live tomorrow, and next week, Bridgeside Sports Live, 9:30. Have a good night, guys. See you next week.
We out.
Apparently it's 15.